He said that he is my damn man's, but he switched on me like a transformer. Yeah, he changed. Nigga, you gon' get your ass changed. Don't get your ass with hey. Had to run my damn bands up.
So we're at patch 7 in 2K20. I still feel the game is good, but I had to make a few changes. So I created a new build. And first off, you want to go with the highest speed chart, the highest shooting chart. Now I'm telling you it this way because it's way easier when you're going to make it, okay? Now you see, like I'm already hip to that move, that behind the back move, and I'm hip to learning dribble moves. I know how to momentum. I know how to do a lot this year. I came into 2K20. I came into the 2K series in 16, but I didn't play that hard. 17 is when I got serious about it. So think about the years of knowledge that I have on it, but I'm starting to learn it more and more as time goes on. So look at my stats right here on the screen. So this is the same 3-level score. What did we take the hit on? Because we built the build. 6'5" height. And we took the hit on our driving this time. But my driving layup when I get to 99, even 99.9, is still very, very high in the 70s. As you can see. If you have a 40 driving dunk, you can get good dunks as long as you create the space. The devs, everybody, they already explained this, told y'all this. 99. Midi and 3. Once again, the ball handling. Look at the ball handling. Playing with a guard with floor general, I can speed boost momentum, whatever the case is. Whatever you want to do. Because I told you, I don't need the high. I take the hit because I know there's other things in the game that you can utilize. And there's other better benefits that I see in the builds that you may not see. And you see the defense, we're in 70s everywhere. Now, how I have my defensive badges set up, we're going to go back to that screen, so don't worry about it. We're going to get back to that. But how I have my defensive badges set up right now, I have clamps on silver. I have tireless defender on bronze. And then I have off-ball pest on bronze. Now, I'm pick dodger. I'm looking like, am I going to need it? If a person's playing screens, then I know I'm going to be playing the switch game. I can get in front of the center, get a strip, get a stop. I'm a high IQ defensive player. I play smart. You get that? So when you are a smarter player, this is why you can lack on certain defensive badges. There's certain guards that don't know how to play screens well. They don't know how to keep getting high over it. They don't know how to kind of fight a little bit. So they already have trouble with screens. Then that's how you add pick dodger. That's what the badges do. But if you don't need it, and if you're nice to utilize without it, I'm gonna work without it for right now. The highest I'll put pick dodger on is bronze. I just want to be able to stay in front of my defender. Whenever it comes down to that one-on-one ISO, stay in front of him. You know, that's what I'm trying to get. That's why I have that off-ball pest on bronze. A lot of people, you know, I adjust to the play styles that's going on to the game, okay? That's how you gotta adjust your play style when you want to compete. On to the shooting badges again. We have 30 upgrades once again. So now that I've seen how this game was, I've seen how height, yeah, it does matter. You do have a bigger body, but the way how centers play in this game, they sit in the paint. So shooting is very, very key this year. Once again, very key, because centers sit in the paint. Yes, you can go for the drives, but that's like the least thing that you want to do to help you win the game, because centers are always going to be camping the paint. So this is what I have on for right now for the shooting badges. I have more. I'm already pre-making this video. I have more shooting badges. I've been grinding this build. That's why the uploads have slowed down, because I've really been going hard grinding this build, working on dribble moves, learning how to dribble, doing all that stuff. As you can see, I could do the moves. I'm getting it down packed. Like I said, it's time for a big change. I want to be able to create space for myself. Unlike my last build, we have one more extra playmaking badge. So where would I put it at? The badges I was running was unpluckable gold, quick first step gold, handles for days gold, space creator gold, and then I was rocking with bailout. That badge is very, very good, especially if you're playing against good people. It's a very good badge to have. It's just like one of those badges, like, yeah, throw it on, get that badge. You see the height, so y'all know I'm not lying to y'all. 6'5", 202 pounds, okay? So let's talk about why did we go 6'5" fully. Now the build is going to be able to pass. I'm going to be able to run guard, pass, and I'm going to be able to stick guards. Now look at my defense. My perimeter defense 73, lateral quickness 70, still 67. Now do all the math. I ain't going to do it on y'all for this video, but do all the math when I get to 99. Even when you get to 98, even once you start getting to the area to where you can go to 96, 97. My stats are very, very high in defense, shooting, and dribbling now. And where did I take the hit at? What did I notice in this game? 2K driving. Now driving, when I say driving is OP, yes, when you have a slasher, when you have a certain type of slasher, and if you play a certain type of way, but is it a thing that you really direly need in 2K20? No, it's not. Centers camp in the paint, okay? They camp in the paint. So slashing is like, it's useful at certain times, but it's not like a primary thing. Slasher should be like a backup thing in case those times do come up. The only badge I have on in slashing is consistent finisher. That's the only badge I need. Let's say if I do a hop step and then I release early just so he doesn't block it, that consistent finisher comes in and helps me right there. My driving layup is still high. It's higher than my last build. I just had more finishing badges in my last build, but I start to realize like the finishing badges ain't really needed. What is really truly needed is that ability to dribble, create space, and to get shots off behind screens, with screens, whatever you wanna do, and then the ability to play good defense. Even though my last build played good defense, but this build right here, look at the defense. This is what I was so hyped and surprised and happy with. My steal is higher, my block is higher, my lateral quickness. You can go look at my last build and be like, oh yeah, he definitely turned up his defense. And then I still keep my same shooting ability, being able to shoot tough shots, crazy midi step backs. You know I'm gonna have the badges for it. Then the ball handling. If I run, listen, once I start to get to 95, right? 96, 97, 98. We're already into the 80s. Then I play with a guard that has floor general in 2K that already has the mathematics system. So by me playing good, I don't even have to have a player with floor general on there. As you can see in my career, I had my takeover and was doing that behind the back without it. Okay? And that reason is because in game, when you're playing good, your stats go up. So if I'm already going to have good defense, solid shooting, and then a good playmaking, and then when I want to drive, I'm still going to drive. I'm still going to know how to drive. I'm still going to pull my drives off. I'm going to have a 70 driving layup. See, the difference is when you're just, like, let's say if I was like, oh, if I cared about slash so much, that's when I want to get down into hop steps, euro steps, and finish layups like those. And to me, when I'm playing against good people, I just think that's fancy. If I'm playing against a good person and I get him with a move, he jumps, I'm going to go and drive and take a nice clean layup. I'm not going to do too much extra and try to be all, oh, I'm a slash, or I could do slash and stuff. No, I'm going to get the bucket, get it out the way. But the ability I want to create is to be able to shoot, do all that behind the backs. Hey, I'm getting down with the meta. I'm going to come out with my own way of it, but I'm getting down with it. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and keep complaining and if 2K lacks certain things. No, we're going to adapt to it. So since you have those players that like to, hit you with screens and just keep the center camped up in the paint, if you do get past the guard, you know, that annoying stuff, now I'm going to be that. I'm just going to be in the lab working on my stick skill, just elevating my stick skill, seeing if I can find anything new and shooting from crazy deep. So we are still, and I still kind of will classify myself as a small forward because after 6'6", 6'7", then you're in the small forward height, right? But I'm a bigger guard. Most guards you play in this game will be like 6'3", 6'4". A lot of the guards, because they want to get all those other benefits with the speed and stuff like that. So I still wanted to keep my player a bit solid. I'm going to get the gym rat badge, add the gym rat badge on top of the speed and stuff that's going to go up from my attributes going up. Think about this, people. My attributes are not even all the way up. But I want you guys to go take your time because I know a lot of people are going to want to make this build. I already been getting some crazy clips and stuff y'all going to see with this build is going to blow your mind. So we are still the same 3-level score. The only thing that we did was go down into height. Okay? Now the small forward benefits this year is better when you're in the slashing area. I'm more so the shooter, so being a small forward and shooting on the outside, it's cool. You can do it, but having the speed and the dribbling is way more useful, way more of an advantage in 2K20. If you really noticed it, they took out a lot of blow-bys. They took out a lot of stuff. Like, I know they still have more stuff to come to this game, and I know they still have more patches and more new things that they're going to bring into this game. They just have to. One is way too early. So we know the patches are coming, and they already sent out a lot of patches already as it is. So, that being said, when playing 2K20, there's a certain playstyle that you have to play if you want to compete with people. You got to be able to hit your threes. You got to be able to create space in this game. Creating space is big and key this year in this game. Yes, everybody does that behind the back, but why? Because it creates so much space. Yes, that's the only move people go to, but it creates so much space. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. That's how it goes. You could change it up, do a whole bunch of different things to it. But you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. The content is about to shift, about to give y'all some more action.